Good morning. Welcome back to Unique World Education YouTube channel. So today we are discussing some competitive questions. Mostly it is using for JEE Mains, but don't bother about that. Grade 11 students, CBSE grade 11 students can also use these questions. It is from the chapter Limits. So look at the first question. Limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos 2x into 3 plus cos 2x whole divided by x tan 4x. So it's a question from the chapter Limits, and mostly it is related to trigonometries. So if you're solving the questions from trigonometry, we want to know the results related to trigonometry. So here we have some results related to trigonometries. First one, limit x tends to 0, sin x by x, it is 1. And clearly sin x by x is there, so that's why we can use the same result for tan x too, because tan x is equal to sin x by cos x. So cos x, limit x tends to 0, cos x is 1, so tan x by x is equal to again 1. So we are using these two results here. Here's a question, limit x tends to 0, limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos 2x, 1 minus cos 2x by, or here we have a multiplication with 3 plus cos x divided by x tan 4x. So there is no results for sin x here because 1 minus cos 2x, this is not sin, but here we can use tan x. So first of all we want to convert this 1 minus cos 2x into tan x. So we know that we have a result for 1 minus cos 2x, it is equal to 2 sin square x. So first of all we can convert this 1 minus cos 2x, 1 minus cos 2x equal to 2 sin square x. So again here we have 3 cos x and divided by x tan 4x. Now we want to create some arrangements here because sin x is there, but here we have x, so we are using some logic because we want to use the result sin x by x. 2 is there, don't bother about 2 because 2 is a constant. Here sin square x, here we have 3 plus cos x, and the denominator is tan 4x. So tan 4x is there. If there is a 4x in the denominator, we can use the result. Look at here, tan x by x. So tan 4x by 4x. So here, if you are using 4x in the denominator, we can use the result. But it is extra, we are dividing with 4x in the denominator, so we want to multiply the 4x here. Again we have, look at here, x is there, so we want to write that x here. So it is equal to, now listen very carefully, limit x tends to 0, 2 is there, the constant, sin square x is there, here we have an x, here we have another x. So we can use these two x into x is equal to x square, so I am just writing that x square here. And here we have 3 plus cos x. The denominator, we have tan 4x by 4x into 4. Now we are using the the results for sine and tan. So we can cancel 2 and 4, it will be 2. So we can take 1 by 2 outside. Then limit x tends to 0. Here we have sine square x by x square. That means sine x by x whole square. And the denominator, we have another function 3 plus cos x whole divided by, here we have tan 4x by 4x. So if you are writing JEE exam, no need to explain like this. So actually we are discussing this question for grade 11 students too. That's why I am explaining more deeply, because if you are writing descriptive level exam in grade 11, you want to explain the methods. So 1 by 2 is the constant. Limit x tends to 0 sine x by x. We can use algebra of limits. Sine x by x is 1, so 1 square. In the bracket 3 plus cos 0 is 1 divided by tan 4x by 4x. Tan limit x tends to 0, tan x by x equal to 1. So which is equal to 1 by 2. 3 plus 1 is 4. So we can divide 4 by 2. Answer is 2. Okay. So it is, if you are using JEE question, if you are solving a JEE question of these types, you just from here onwards we can find the final answer, because sine square x is there, x square is there, we can write 1. Here's also 1. So we can conclude from here. From here we can conclude for JEE questions. But if you are writing a descriptive level for grade 11 students, I am explaining like this. Okay, so we can move to the next question. E raised to x square minus cos x by sine square x is equal to, we want to find the values. Limit x tends to 0, e raised to x square minus cos x by sine square x. So look at here in this question. So and also we can solve this type of question by using L'Hopital rule too, because you cannot use for grade 11, because there is in school exam we want some descriptive level answers. So we can use actually L'Hopital. This is writing as L'Hospital. L'Hospital rule or L'Hopital rule. L'Hospital. It is not an English letter. So L'Hopital rule is saying that first of all we want to substitute the values for x, because here we are finding limit x tends to 0, e raised to x square minus cos x sine square x. So if you are substituting x equal to 0, what will happen? It will be e raised to 0 cos 0. So surely you will get 1 minus 1 by 0. So 0 by 0 form. So L'Hopital rule is saying that you want to differentiate the numerator. So e raised to x square, differential of e raised to x is e raised to x, but here we have e raised to x square. Again we want to use the chain rule, so differential of x square is equal to x minus cos x, differential of cos x is minus sin x, so it will be plus sin x whole divided by square, differential of square is 2x, but here we have 2 sin x. Again we want to use the chain rule for sin x, so differential of sin x is equal to cos x. So we are finding the limits here. So limit x tends to 0, 2x e raised to x square plus sin x whole divided by 2 sin x cos x. Now we want to find the limit. So again we can use the algebra of limit. Algebra of limit saying that we can multiply or add the limit separately. So I'm just separating the functions. Limit x tends to 0. We can cancel here 2x by 2 sin x e raised to x square plus, here I'm just writing sin x by 2 sin x. I'm taking this cos x outside, not cos x, 1 by cos x outside. So now we can cancel these 2, and we have the result. Limit x tends to 0, sin x by x equal to 1, and also we'll get limit x tends to 0, x by sin x, that means reciprocal. If sin x by limit x tends to 0, sin x by x equal to 1, then the reciprocal should be 1 by 1. We'll get the same limit 1. So here, and also here we can cancel sin x and sin x. So here x by sin x is equal to 1. Limit of e raised to x square, that means e raised to 1, e raised to 0 plus this is 1 by 2. Outside the bracket we have 1 by cos x. So cos 0 is 1. So clearly we will get the final answer 1 plus 1 by 2, that is 3 by 2. Okay, L'Hopital rule. We have used the L'Hopital rule. Next one. Sine pi cos square x. Sine of pi cos square x by x square is equal to. Is equal to means we want to find the limit of this function at x equal to 0, tends to 0. So this is also the trigonometric function. So we want to use the result. Limit x tends to 0, sin x by x equal to 1. In any question related to trigonometry, we are using this result. Limit x tends to 0, sin x by x equal to 1. Okay. So before that, here we have pi cos square x. Pi cos square x. So we have a result again related to cos square x. So cos square x equal to 1 minus sin square x. Cos square x equal to 1 minus sin square x. Why we are converting to sin square? Because x tends to 0, sin x is also tends to 0. So we can use any result. X tends to 0. Same result we can use sin x tends to 0. So that's why we are converting cos into sin. Then only we can use the results. Because x tends to 0 should be there. Tends to 0 is very important. Then only we can use the result. So that's why we are converting cos square is equal to 1 minus sin square. So again, sine of pi into 1 minus sin square x. Open the bracket, we'll get pi minus pi sin square x. Again, from trigonometric result, sine of pi minus theta. Pi minus theta means it is from the second quadrant. All students take coffee. So second quadrant, sine is positive. So sine pi minus theta will get sine theta. So sine pi minus theta, sine theta. But here this is sine pi minus theta. But instead of theta we have the entire function pi sine square x. So this one is sine of theta. Theta means here pi sine square x. Sine pi minus theta. Okay, pi minus theta. This one is theta. Now we are finding the limit. Question is that find the limit. So limit x tends to 0. Sine, the question is pi cos square x. So now we got the entire value is sine pi sine square x divided by x square. If you want to use the result sine x by x, we want the same function sine x by x, sine x by x. So sine x by x, but here it is not x. Instead of x we have pi sine square x. So we want to divide the same function or the same term pi sine square x. We are divided pi sine square x. It is not there in the question. We are divided. So we want to multiply pi sine square x. But here we want to write an x square. It is there in the question. It is there in the question. The x square is there in the question. Now we are using the algebra. So look at here. If you are solving a JEE, you can simply write this one is 1. This one is also 1. But here we have a pi. So pi into 1. So JEE, you'll get the answer. It is pi. But for grade 11 students, I'm just explaining more because you have some descriptive level answers. So here sine x tends to 0. Sine x tends to 0. At the same time x is tends to 0, sine x is tends to 0. So limit sine x is tends to 0. If sine x is tends to 0, pi sine x is also tends to 0. So pi sine x tends to 0 and pi sine square x tends to 0. So pi sine square x, it is tends to 0. We'll get the same denominator pi sine square x. We are using the algebra. Again here limit x tends to 0. This is pi constant. Here we have sine x by x whole square. Okay. So here we can use the result. Here this term is tends to 0. The same term is repeated here. The same term is in the denominator. So answer should be 1. That's all. Here pi is constant. Sin x by x. Sin x by x. Limit x tends to 0. Sin x by x is 1. So 1 square. So answer is pi. Okay. Okay. So next question. What is that? 1 minus cos 2x. 1 minus cos 2x. We can use 1 minus cos 2x. Again, it is from the trigonometry. 1 minus cos 2x. What is 1 minus cos 2x? We have already explained. What is 1 minus cos 2x? 1 minus cos 2x equal to 2 sine square x. But here this is not cos 2x, it is 1 minus cos 2 x minus 2. So instead of x we have x minus 2. So here is 2, the result 2 sine square instead of x. We have x minus 2. That's all. Now I think you got the idea here. Look at the limit. Look at the limit. It's not x tends to 0. It is x tends to 2. So you want to rearrange the limit to. Here x tends to 2. So what will happen for x minus 2? X is tends to 2, or simply we can say that x is equal to 2. If x is equal to 2, then x minus 2 is equal to 0. So we have converted all the variables x in terms of x minus 2. Now we have the variable x minus 2, not x. Now we are using x minus 2. Instead of x, we are using x minus 2. So we can change the question. It is question saying the limit x tends to 2. So x tends to 2 means x minus 2 tends to 0. Here square root 1 minus cos means sine square x minus 2. Oh, it's very simple. Square root of square. We'll get the identity. Again we have x minus 2. So limit x minus 2 tends to 0. Square root and square will get the identity. So sine of x minus 2 divided by x minus 2. If you want, we can use substitution method. So mostly some schools are using that method. That means you are just substituting y is equal to x minus 2. That methods too we can use. Y is equal to x minus 2. So instead of x minus 2, we can write limit y tends to 0 sine y by y. So the same result, because here this term is tends to 0. The same term is repeated here and here. So simply this answer is 1. Where is that? Yeah. Okay, so answer is 1. Oh, but there is no option 1. What happened here? Oh, look at here. We forgot a 2. Oh. Look at here. This is 2 sine square x. So you want to write that 2 here. We forgot to write that 2. Did you get that? We want to write that 2 here. We forgot that 2 here. We want to write square root of 2 sine square. 2 is there. So here we have root 2. So answer is root 2 into 1. That means root 2. There is an option root 2. That's why we got the answer. Otherwise, we'll skip the root 2. So be careful. We want to write 2. That's why you get root 2. Then next question. So this question, look at here the pattern. It is not x tends to 0. It is x tends to 2, x tends to pi by 2, like that. But surely we want to convert this limit tends to 0. Okay, in every question we are converting this limit tends to 0. That's first step. Then only we can use the results, because the results are mostly related to x tends to 0. So here is 2. X tends to pi by 2. Firstly we can convert the limit. X tends to pi by 2. So which one is tends to 0? X equal to pi by 2. Then we can write x minus pi by 2 tends to 0. We are taking this pi by 2 left side, that's all. So x minus pi by 2 tends to 0. So next method, or we want to convert this x or the terms in x in terms of x minus pi by 2. So how we can convert 2x minus pi? It is very simple, because we can take 2 outside. We will get x minus pi by 2. It is clear. It's okay. Then how we can convert cos x? First of all, this is cos. We want to convert the cos or entire function or entire trigonometric function into sine. So cos, how we can convert cos into sine, and we want to introduce x minus pi by 2. So we have an identity related to sine. That means cos x is equal to sine of pi by 2 minus 6. It is not x minus pi by 2, pi by 2 minus 6. But we know that it is equal to, we can swap the numbers like this. We can take negative outside, then we will get x minus pi by 2. Again, we want to use the result sine minus equal to minus sine, because sine is an odd function. So minus sine of x minus pi by 2. Now we are converted all the variables in terms of x minus pi by 2. Okay, now just look at the question. Question is limit x tends to pi by 2. So we are converting all the functions, all the variables into x minus pi by 2. So limit, the question is limit x tends to pi by 2, but instead of x tends to pi by 2 we are writing x minus pi by 2 tends to 0. 2x minus pi, instead of 2x minus pi we can write 2 into x minus pi by 2. And finally cos x, instead of cos x we can write minus sine of x minus pi by 2. Now look at here, all the variables x minus pi by 2, x minus pi by 2, x minus pi by 2. So we have the result related to sine x by x, limit x tends to 0, sine x by x equal to 1. The same result we can use for the reciprocal, because by the algebra of limit x by sine x is also equal to 1. So we can write here, we have negative 2 is outside. Look at the constants. Here we have a constant 2 and negative. So I'm just taking that constants outside. So negative 2. Then limit x minus pi by 2 tends to 0. This one is x minus pi by 2 by sine of x minus pi by 2. So minus 2 into 1, answer is minus 2. So look at here, if you want you can substitute. For examples, we can substitute y equal to x minus pi by 2. It's another method. Then you can write y tends to 0. Okay, if you want you can substitute like this. You can use any method. If you want you can just substitute x minus pi by 2 into y. Then you can write limit y tends to 0, y by sine y is equal to 1. Okay, I think that's enough for today. Okay, thank you for watching this video. And you have any doubts, you can ask, you can use the chat box. And if you want to discuss any more questions, you can suggest the questions here. We can discuss together. Okay, thank you. Bye.